OFCOM has made its ruling about the Mark Steyn programme, where Naomi Wolf claimed that the vaccinations amounted to mass murder. Now, of course, this follows another Mark Steyn programme in April last year. The one that OFCOM was worried about was in October last year, and that OFCOM was concerned, not that the claim was made, but the claim wasn't put into any context, and the claim wasn't challenged or otherwise contextualized. I think that's what they're specifically saying. And this follows the earlier ruling about April that Mark Steyn's allowed content that was potentially harmful and materially misleading. It used an incorrect claim that there was a definitive causal link between a COVID-19 vaccine and higher rates of infection, death, and people being admitted to hospital. And GBNews, they did actually contact me in the run-up to the first broadcast, and we had some very interesting conversations. But GBNews was set up to change the face of news and debate in the UK. I think what it's effectively done is to produce a polarised version of news in the UK. And of course, there is value in that as well, as long as you are balancing a taste of GBNews with a dollop of Al Jazeera and something else. But it's maybe some RT today. But you need that balance. You can't have a permanent fix of GBNews and think you're going to be safe, because you're not. You're going to be drip fed some sort of propaganda. Let's use a perfectly reasonable word to describe it. And the Communications Act of 2003, the Ofcom Code, were very specific, and we're targeting terrestrial TV channels, but there is a movement in the government to try and broaden that code and to make sure that the concept of impartiality covers all forms of broadcast in the UK. Now, of course, Netflix has objected to that, and indeed, if impartiality becomes the byword for any form of news programs in the UK and any form of opinion show based on the news in the UK, then that becomes a difficult thing to judge. I certainly have no intention of being impartial. I'm very happy to talk about people with whom I disagree, but mine is an opinion piece, and I will certainly let my opinions come out. I have no intention of producing an impartial view of the news. But as I say, I very much believe in freedom of speech, and I would very much want people to challenge me and want the opportunity to respond, and indeed to give other people the opportunity to respond. That seems to me to be the right sort of thing. I'm not sure whether Ofcom is necessarily the right organisation to police the media. Ofcom's remit, I think, the same organisation that is protecting the public cannot necessarily protect the media itself. We probably need two different organisations, but that's for another session, I suspect. Have fun.